Dear students, hello everyone. Welcome to the online class. Today, what we are going to learn is the prevention and handling of tourists getting lost. When visiting or having free activities, there are often situations where tourists get lost. Generally speaking, there are three reasons for tourists to get lost. One is that the tour guide did not clearly tell the tourists the vehicle number, parking location, or the sightseeing route of the scenic spot. The second is that tourists become interested in some phenomenon or thing, or stay for a longer time for photography at a certain place, and then get lost by leaving the team and getting lost by themselves. The third is that when having free activities and going out to shop, tourists did not remember the address and route of the hotel and got lost. No matter what the reason is, it will affect the tourist's mood and damage the quality of leading the group. The tour guide should have a sense of responsibility and be willing to work hard, which will reduce the incidence rate of such accidents. Once such an accident occurs, the tour guide should immediately take effective measures to retrieve the adverse impact. In order to prevent tourists from getting lost, the following works should be done well. Firstly, do well in the reminder work. Remind tourists to remember the name of the reception agency, the vehicle number and logo of the tour bus, the name of the hotel where they stay, and the telephone number, etc. When touring in groups, the local guide should remind tourists not to get separated. When having free activities, remind tourists not to go too far, not to return to the hotel too late, and not to go to lively, crowded, and disorderly places. Secondly, do a good job in the arrangement and prediction of various activities. Before departure or after the tour bus leaves the hotel, the local guide should report the one-day itinerary to the tourists, the names and addresses of the morning and afternoon sightseeing spots, and the restaurants for having lunch and dinner. After arriving at the sightseeing spot, in front the schematic diagram of the site, the local guide should introduce the sightseeing route to the tourists, inform the parking place of the tour bus, emphasize the gathering time and place, and once again remind the characteristics and vehicle number of the tour bus. Thirdly, always be with the tourists and frequently count the number of people. Fourthly, the local guide, the full-service tour guide, and the team leader should closely cooperate. The full-service tour guide and the team leader should take the initiative to be responsible for doing a good job in the tail-breaking work of the tour group. Fifthly, tour guides should attract tourists with superb tour guide skills and rich explanation content. Only when the tourists are completely out of contact and do not return within the specified time can they be identified as lost tourists. Its processing methods are as follows. Tourists get lost at tourist attractions. Firstly, find out the situation and search for them quickly. Our guides should immediately learn about the situation from other tourists and the staff at the scenic spot and search for them quickly. The local guide, the full accompany guide, and the team leader should cooperate closely. Generally, the full-service tour guide and the team leader will go to look for separately, and the local guide will lead the other tourists to continue the tour. Secondly, seek help. After carefully searching and still unable to find the lost person, it is necessary to immediately ask for help from the police station and management department of the tourist area, especially in the tourist spots with a large area a wide range, and many entrances and exits. Due to the high difficulty of the search work, it is particularly necessary to strive for the help of local relevant departments. Thirdly, contact the hotel during the search process. Tour guides can contact the front desk and floor service desk of the hotel. Ask them to pay attention to whether the tourist has already returned to the hotel. Fourthly, report to the travel agency. If all the above measures have been taken and the lost tourist still cannot be found, the local guide should report to the travel agency in a timely manner and ask for help when necessary. Ask for instructions from the leader and report to the Public Security Department. Fifthly, do a good job in the aftermath. After finding the lost tourist, the tour guide should do a good job in the aftermath. Analyze the reason for getting lost. If it is the responsibility of the tour guide should apologize to the tourists. If the responsibility lies with the lost person, the tour guide should not blame or reprimand the other party. They should offer comfort, explain the pros and cons, and remind them to pay attention in the future. Sixthly, write out the accident report. If a serious lost accident occurs, the tour guide should write a written report detailing the process of the tourists getting lost, the search process, the reason for getting lost, the aftermath handling situation, and the reaction of the tourists, and so on. Tourists get lost during free activities. Firstly, report immediately to the reception agency and the Public Security Department. When the tour guide learns that the tourists have got lost when going out by themselves, they should immediately report to the leaders of the travel agency and request instructions and help. Report the case to the police station under the jurisdiction of the Public Security Bureau through the relevant departments and provide the recognizable characteristics of the lost person to the Public Security Department. Secondly, do a good job in the aftermath. After finding the lost person, the tour guide should show happiness and ask about the situation. Comfort the tourists who were frightened by getting lost, and, if necessary, make well-meaning criticism and remind them to take it as a warning to avoid the occurrence of lost accidents again. Thirdly, if other situations occur after the tourists get lost, it should be treated as a public security accident or other accidents according to the specific circumstances. Alright, classmates, the prevention and handling of tourists getting lost we have learned here. See you in the next class.